Many times people will get pulled over in a vehicle, and in the vehicle there's an amount of drugs. Now, in Arizona there's a certain threshold amount where if you have over, for example, 2 pounds of marijuana, it's assumed that that amount of marijuana is for sale. And every drug has a threshold amount. So the police are going to look at first the quantity of drugs involved. How much drugs are we talking about? Then they look at factors such as, are the drugs housed in small baggies like they're being packaged for sale? And that's a big indicator to a police officer that you may be a drug dealer. If you have drugs on your person for personal use and they were given to you in small individually wrapped baggies, it's probably not a good idea to keep them in those little baggies, because that's indicia of sale. That's an indicator that you're looking to resell those items. Things like a drug ledger, any type of address book that's got amounts possibly of debts, things like that, the police are going to be looking at very, very closely. Scales, they're also going to be looking at what you say. And one thing in Arizona that you absolutely need to know is that you can be convicted as a drug dealer for giving drugs to somebody else. So if the police officer is asking you questions and saying, well, what are you doing with these drugs? And you say, well, half of it's mine, I'm going to give this other half to my friend because he helped me out when he fixed my car, something along those lines. That is actually confessing to being a drug dealer, because you don't actually have to get anything in return. The mere fact that you're distributing drugs to somebody else is a major felony, and it's something that is radically different than simple possession. People convicted of possession normally are given the opportunity to do a diversion program. It's called TASK. And in another section we'll talk about what TASK is. People that are convicted of possession of drugs for sale usually wind up with a felony on their record and usually are facing some amount of jail or prison time. So there's a big difference. If you have any questions whatsoever about this, give me a call, 602-989-5000. I'm Nick Alcock, the owner of Alcock Associates. Thanks so much.